I just wanted to express as a community organizer on Stop the Violence campaigns, and certainly during election season, that are going all over the state, and there's 500,000 registered but inactive Black voters who don't have a reason to vote, because they're pretty clear on not only how the lines are drawn, but where their representation stands on any number of issues, whether it's open carry, to abortion, to what have you. And I'm a fan of voting for my interests above a party. And I think that the FAIR Act, Senate, I think 750 and 4229, give us the opportunity to redraw the lines, to engage the electorate and give them a reason to come out. I think the senators and representatives who have long terms, they have them for a reason. They have that cachet with their community, and I don't think that competition added into the mix would hurt them.
When I was first elected in January of '92, the House was completing the process, had gone through, and you may recall, court challenges and all of that. When I was first elected, I represented 3 counties: Orangeburg, Dorchester, and Colleton. 3 counties. I represented those 3 counties until the next redistricting process, during which I wound up with Dorchester and Orangeburg counties. And in the last redistricting process, I wound up with Orangeburg County. And quite frankly, I can tell you, Mr. Chairman and members, and I know Representative Kimmons is here from Colleton County, I know how those folk from Colleton County felt when they complained about their little small county being divided up amongst 5 legislators. I say that now because here in Orangeburg County, we have a total population countywide of 84,000 people. That's 2 House districts. We currently have 4 House members. I don't see how realistically that can be maintained. What I am very hopeful that this committee will agree to do, Mr. Chairman, is to take into account some of the comments from your opening statement, where you talked about the census and the fact that the census was slow. There were a number of flaws that a lot of us have recognized and have been identified for the record on the census. The undercount, and that was exacerbated in rural communities. The lack of response, particularly in communities of color. The response that was tied to the lack of internet access, lack of broadband connectivity. Governor McMaster himself has identified the lack of broadband connectivity as a part of the problem. And then the big boogeyman in the room, the pandemic, and the role that COVID-19 played in the response. For that reason alone, Mr. Chairman and committee members, I think it's critical that we look at the deviation and consider increasing the deviation to 10%. Now, there are some who have argued that that can't be done. I would beg to differ. It can be done because there are no statutes. This committee operates as in the past, based on guidelines that you agree on and that you accept. I would encourage you to look at raising the deviation to at least 10% for the reasons stated, as well as that is something that would help not just Democrats, but there are Republicans who also serve communities who have lost population.